Hello everybody.
Hello. Oh God, man. Hello.
How is everybody doing? It's the 16th of... What month? What month have we got?
September. I was back at school. Today's Monday.
Abby was back at school. Today's Monday. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I'm not feeling the best at all.
Oh.
I know, didn't go to college or anything this morning.
Oh, poor Daddy.
Not too bad now though. As the day went on, it kind of eased off a bit.
Yes.
But it's a bug that's around the house.
Yeah, I had it yesterday.
Everybody seems to be kind of getting it bit by bit.
I had it yesterday only for like a couple hours, so it was fine.
It wasn't too bad. So, busy enough all week. I got a nice...
The mouse keeps like loading and I'm just like, sorry what?
Got a nice bit done on the Tiger. Been working away on the wheels. I got the camouflage done. And if you've been paying attention to the channel, I got an update up yesterday. I got it up last night. What are you doing? Toothpicks. I got the update basically to near enough to where we are at the moment. I just did another little bit last night, not too much.
What?
Wheels, they're getting there. They're getting there. I still have plenty of work to do on them.
Stab.
I'll show you now in a second when we go down to the bench. We can have a look at what I've been working away on. Where I'm having...
I'm stabbing the camera.
I wouldn't say problems, it's just that I've decided to go one way at the start. I said, oh, I'll do it this and I'll do that and I won't bother doing this and I won't bother doing that.
And then you mixed it up.
Said it in the videos and things like that and then said, oh, yeah.
It's better to do this.
It's better to do it and things like that. Like when I say the wheels now, when I started off with the wheels, all I was going to do was just give them a dark wash. Kind of give them that muddy-ish, dirty look. I ended up then going a bit further than that. I made a mud wash for them.
Full on dirt.
And I used my Dremel on the
noisy
rubbers.
thing? Was that what that sound
That's
was?
what that was. I used the Dremel on the rubbers.
I thought it was outside.
The wheels, and I got them all.
The neighbours.
And I got them all worn looking. So I was happy enough with that. So let's get down to the bench. Let's have a look.
Down here where I am.
So I can show you what I've been doing over the last week and.
Excuse me, this is my job.
And where I've been at the moment. Okay, so let's go down to the bench and have a look at what I've been up to.
I am his helper.
Excuse me. So.
I'm his helper.
There she is at the moment. I'm going to have to put the turret on just to make it easier to kind of try and fit everything in because
it's quite large.
It is quite large. But I'll just pop off this because this is going to fall off. That's just a machine gun. I haven't done any more to that. Just giving it
pew, pew. The shooty thingy.
Alright. So we'll start off with the turret.
We got...
I'm going to have to get the camouflage done on it.
Is that the spare tracks I was playing with?
Yeah, they're the spare track links. They're all done.
They're the ones I think I was playing with before.
I'm after painting them in dark iron. So I just have to...
They have scratches on them.
I'll give them a little kind of a rustish wash.
They have scratches on them already.
That'll bring them up nicely.
They have scratches on them already.
Where the Zimmerit has chipped off, I'm after giving it that red.
What colour it used to be?
Hull red, which would have been the undercoat, the primer coat originally.
Oh, that sound.
There we go. And as you can see,
there's a good blush of it there.
The Zimmerit really worked out well, and it's when you go adding all the little bits and pieces to it, and where it's chipped off, it really looks nice where it's chipped off. Everything worked out grand, so I'm really chuffed with how that worked out. Did you use the
Zimmerit that came in the thing, or did you make your own like last time?
I made my own. Well, I used what comes with the model is Zimmerit applicators. Which basically is like a little comb type thing here. I'll show you. I have them there. There you go. They're the Zimmerit applicators, and if it's like a little saw. Okay, and that gives it the pattern. And it comes with various sizes of these, and they come as part of the kit, which is nice because, do you know what I mean? Otherwise you'd have to go off aftermarket.
It's in this little black
Buying
box in the
bits and
corner.
pieces.
Yeah.
I did all the detail painting, did a little bit of touch-up works. Not too worried, like it kind of stands out at the minute there.
Why do you
where
have
I
a
did
toothbrush in here?
where, oh, that's for working away on.
I saw a toothbrush and I'm like, sorry, what?
Yeah. Also on the sides here, I'm after getting a bit of mud and dirt kind of thing. Careful, that will come off on your finger. I haven't sealed it in yet. It's just a bit of pigments, mud pigments and earth pigments.
Nice.
Just to kind of build up the size of it. I wasn't originally going to do that, and then sort of playing away with it last night, I decided to
Is
go
that a
ahead with
lasso?
it.
There's a lasso on the side.
On the back
top.
here, I'm after taking off the shrouds. These are the little shrouds there that go around here. I'm after
There's
popping
dents
them
in
off.
them. Is that
So
on purpose?
these can be rusted up. Yeah,
Is the dents on purpose?
yeah. I put those dents in and the damage. That's just they go on there. So it's just so they're damaged up a bit because
Yes.
they're much lighter metal in real life, and they're only kind of they're
Easy to bend.
very easy damage. Some vehicles had them broken off and things like that. So
But there's like
just
this
decided
lasso
to
kind of thing looking.
that's a tow rope.
It looks like a lasso.
Yeah,
There's two of these, I
yeah,
think.
one on the side. There's three of them.
One
There's
on
one
either
at the
side.
side as well.
Oh.
There's a lighter tow rope
Some
at
on
the
the
side.
side.
Well, the two top ones would be the tow
Is
ropes.
this like a missing one? Just like a missing one?
Yeah, that's where one of these would have been ripped off, broken off.
And there's the line.
There's
where
the
it was.
line where it was. Little things like that. So it's a little bits of touch
I
up.
can see shine.
Yeah, little bits of touch up here and there.
What's that about?
You have to paint the fire extinguisher yet.
Oh, there's a fire extinguisher. I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I thought it was something else.
and that's basically it. I'm after giving them a nice dirty wash there on the wheels. The edges of these here, where the spikes are,
Oh, the wheels!
I got to make them silver.
The wheels are over there for.
Now, when we go on to the wheels, I did mention the wheels. There's one of them there. Now, as you can see, they're nicely weathered up.
Get some light on the
some light
action.
on the subject. I'm
Light in the action because.
very, very happy with how they're coming out.
Happy.
Like I said, I'm not 100% finished with them yet.
Oh!
I gave them the mud wash, and they're sticking nicely to the to where the rubber is all worn. Whereas if that rubber was still, say, the shiny effect, it wouldn't have stuck to it like that. So I'm very, very happy with how that came out. Still have a bit of work to do on the idler wheels. I'm still working on those.
Oh, beautiful.
So we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely.
I got this paintbrush. Makeup brush.
The figures, like I said, I'm after giving them a black wash now. We're just after getting into some of the areas. It's very hard to see because it's still very, very shiny.
Yes,
But once that gets dulled down, it'll make a lot more sense to it. So then what I do is with them, once they're dulled down, I give them a kind of a dry brush, and I use buff. Yep, buff, and what it does is it highlights some of the highs and lows and God knows what else. But it just makes them look a bit more realistic than what they are at the moment. They're very, very shiny. So that's about as much as I've gotten done on the Tiger.
I'm getting the
Because everything is so big, it's just you'd think it would be easier.
I'm getting the
And in a way it is kind of easier, but in a way it's also harder in the fact that because if this is a 35th scale, certain little things you wouldn't even see them. They'd be so small. Whereas with here everything kind of stands out, so you're
The carpet monster isn't with you this time.
you just have to be a little bit careful, a little bit more careful with how you go about doing things, making sure that everything sort of fits into place and things.
You can see my glasses.
Everything will take longer, like the wheels. In doing the wheels, because there's 16 of them, and with the amount of work I've done on each wheel, it took ages to do the wheels, whereas normally it wouldn't take as long to do wheels. So Before Abby has my whole thing completely destroyed.
I'm dusting the dust off.
Doing a bit of dusting off. So that's
Honestly,
about
you want
it.
it to be dusty?
Yeah, that's about it with the update. It's getting there. Still plenty more to do.
That's not it.
Yeah, still plenty more to do. Looking forward.
She's not
to
done this model yet.
The weathering section of that. That's going to be fun and interesting.
Bucket. Oh God, bucket spade.
No, that's a big
No,
block.
this looks like a spade.
Wood. It is a spade, yes, and there's another shovel up the front. But that's a wooden block. It's used for the jack when they're putting the jack underneath and they put the wooden block onto it.
I don't care what it is. I'm just gonna dust it.
They can jack it up. Was that dusty?
It was.
Okay, it was. Right.
No, that it wasn't dusty on the show. It was.
Yeah. Right, so that's it. So that's it for the update part of it. Let's get back over to myself and Abs, and we can finish off this week's B.U.M. Right, so there we go.
Still dusting.
That's get away from it.
Makeup brush.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it
Bed
for the
sheet
update.
for
That's it for
Is that supposed to be there, or is that pink?
that's about as far as I've gotten on the Tiger. As you can see, there's still quite a lot to do. The weathering is a kind of much slower process because you want to sort of build it up in layers and leave it dry so you see how the effect looks, especially if you're using pigments in mud and stuff like that. If
The
you
light
start
is
adding
shining
more
on my
stuff
forehead.
to it
I
while
am
it's
the
still
moon.
wet, it doesn't really show up and you don't know how it's going to finish, so you don't know whether you want it dark.
There is
or
light
lighter.
on my forehead. I am the moon.
So it just takes longer. So anyway, that's it for the update part of it.
Wait. I can become the moon. Wait, if I just hold still.
I tell you, I don't know why do I do this? Why? So anyway, let's
I am.
a friend of mine, Joe, Mr. Joe Cowie. His daughter lives in Moscow. She's married to a Russian chap, and Joe goes over to Moscow every now and then. Himself and his wife, and they go over and they visit the daughter and family and things. This time when Joe went over, he brought me back a few little bits and pieces. Yes,
Thank
Joe
you.
brought me back some very nice little bits and pieces.
Before we continue, we would like to say thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe.
Right. So one of the things that Joe brought me back was he brought me back a kit. Yes. A kit all the way from Russia.
Thank you.
Zvezda kit. Yes.
It's a Russian tank.
A
And he got it in
tank,
Russian.
Yeah. A T-35.
He got it in Russian.
And it's 1/72nd scale. Okay, 1/72nd scale.
Let me just eat.
And anybody that knows me, I don't do 1/72nd scale normally, but I'm going to enjoy this little one. Especially because I'm going to do it straight after doing the Tiger. So
you're going to go from medium, massive to tiny.
to tiny. So I've already done this.
The box.
I've already done one of these. I've done it the 1/35th scale, the Zvezda one again of the T-35. So if you want to sort of see how that worked out, go back through my videos and things, and you'll see this. That's the T-35 in 1/35th scale from Zvezda, and this is the.
There's like a little print of a.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
So when the Tiger's finished, I'll be building this in 1/72nd scale.
Headphones.
Yes. And leading us in nicely into the bum chocolate and the bum fruit. Joe brought me back some chocolate from Russia.
Excuse me? Who said you could go first?
Right, some nice chocolate from Russia, some milk
Who
chocolate. So anybody
That's
that's out there, I do know that there's a couple of people there from Russia that are subscribers. So you've probably seen
He said
before.
this was all in Russian. Well, what's that, honey? It's milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's milk chocolate. So it's Russian milk chocolate.
Yes, it looks very delicious.
Yes, we're going to have some of that now in a minute.
Can I do mine now? It's messy.
Abby now is going to the fruit.
It's a melon. I'm kidding. Tangerine.
An orange.
A massive tangerine.
A massive tangerine or a very normal sized orange. So anyway, lads. Abby, please. So right.
Oh God, it went blue.
That's it.
I'm blue.
That's it for this week's B.U.M. All that's left to do is just to
Eat the chocolate.
eat the chocolate. Let's open it.
Oh, that looks good. Stop walking.
Yeah. So we'll just have a little bit
I have
just before our dinner.
I have this bit.
So now we've got
Some chocolates are not
now
fan
taste
of,
some
so.
Russian chocolate.
3, 2, 1. I thought it was pretty good. No, that's really good.
That's nice, isn't
That's
it?
really good.
That is really nice.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that
I
is
like
nice.
Russian chocolate. That is. It doesn't taste like normal milk chocolate. It kind of like tastes like white chocolate and a bit of dark chocolate. I don't mind like a small bit of dark chocolate, not a lot. You guys probably know.
Yeah.
But that's actually good.
Yeah, it's very European chocolate.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for this week's B.U.M. Don't forget, the Facebook page is up and running.
We have some people on it.
There's quite a few members on it already, and people have been posting stuff. And so far, it's going
So
very well.
thank you for joining.
People have been very, very nice in their comments,
Yes,
their hints and
thank you.
tips and things like that. So, well done. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you for being kind.
And it's great to see, like, people are putting up sort of photographs of the first kit they've done in years.
And we're just like, yay!
You know,
get back into it. It's a great hobby.
You know, like my stuff. My stuff isn't going to win competitions, but I don't care because I don't enter in competitions. I'm doing this modelling for me.
Because you like it.
Because I like it and because I enjoy it. And I enjoy what I do. It passes time and it's something that I have an interest in.
Yes.
So it's the same for...
And if you don't have an interest in it, it's not a hobby.
Yeah, so it's the same for, you know, the other people that are joining the Facebook page. And that's what it's all about. We're not professional builders. We're not show quality. Competition quality builders. None of us are
They're
like
just showing. We're just showing what we have done.
Yeah, we're the hobbyists.
From the heart.
Yes, not the serious modelers who spend fortunes.
We're just those
spend
people
about 5
who want
months
to do
doing a
good.
kit, but making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. Now they're brilliant. I get some great ideas from them and things like that. I've been watching a chap at the moment. I can't remember his name. But he
shame on you.
Oh yeah, I know. I should have written it down. Shame
on you.
I'll remember for next week.
Put it in the description.
No, because I want to talk about him. So next week I'll talk about this chap.
Next week, next Monday. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Every time she starts talking, my brain, my train of thought just goes out the bloody window.
Chatterbox.
You're barred. That's it. You're barred.
I'm a chatterbox.
That's for freaking sure. So anyway, lads, I will talk about that chap next week. He does some great little tutorials and things, but he does use a lot of products, an awful lot of products.
Awful lot.
But you can get an idea from saying, right, well, if I don't use that or I use that or whatever, it's nice to see how things are, say, done perfectly.
Yes.
And wow, he did a set of tracks, and it's the best I've ever seen tracks. But he, you know, if you go. He used about 10 different products on it. So if you go out and buying all those products, just say it's an average of £3 product, that's 30 quid in just products just to get a nice rusty effect. Now for me that's OTT, over the top, as in I'm not going to go to that level. But there are things that you can learn from it, and it's nice to see how things are done properly as well.
I'm still in school.
These guys that do these things are absolutely amazing. They're not. I'm not on their level. I'm not even close to their level. But it's still nice to watch them as well. So, you know, it's a hobby, and I enjoy it. So anyway, lads, that's it for this week's. Don't forget.
What scale does he do? Like, what scale of models does he usually do?
It's usually 1/35th scale,
Okay.
which is the most common scale for modelers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was dying to add.
So anyway, lads, that's it. We'll catch you next week. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel, just in case I have an update. If I get this finished off during the week, which I doubt. I doubt it'll be up to finish this week. More than likely next week before I get it finished. But stay tuned to the channel anyway, and join the Facebook page. Link for this Facebook page will be in the description box below. Just apply to join, or you let everybody in, but it's just by being a closed group, it just stops trolls and things like that, and also by being that type of group, it's easier to kick people out. So misbehave, start
You'll be kicked out.
nasty comments, posting things that have nothing to do with modelling or whatever. There's plenty of pages for that. Plenty of pages for that. This page is purely for us old geezers and for some of the young geezers out there that are just the hobby modelists. Okay? So, until then, lads, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, be nice to one another, and as Abby was going to say, go out and buy. Are you going to say go out and buy yourself a...
Go out, buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. I was looking at a colour chart, finding my favourite colour.
Yeah. So, lads, we'll catch you next week.
Great.
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.